Hey LEGO and X-Men fans, we're taking a look at the Wolverine Claw. Decided to take the official set, and we're going to add some fun functions to it. So, check it out. After building the set, and then completely disassembling the set, I decided to make my own version. So, as you can see, we still have the claws are similar. I had to extend them just a little bit, but they're still using the silver plate, and they're just going to be sitting in some channels. As you can see, I've also added some slopes so that when they're sliding back and forth, they're not going to be catching on the plate that's actually holding everything together between the Technic beams. So, I made some channels, and inside the channels, that's where I was able to put those claws. As you can see though, there's a little bit of wiggle room, so we have to do something in order to make sure that they stay still. I ended up taking the next part of plate that goes with the top and adding some extra Technic lift arms in order to help shape those channels. There's a very specific angle that we want the claws to go in. So if I put one set of Technic lift arms in between, that I'll actually kind of wedge it and keep it still. I just got to make sure that I line it up with the rest of the frame so it locks into place, otherwise it's going to catch and it'll slow stuff down, which is pretty important. Most of this is going to be working on either gravity or a motor pushing something, so it has to be the perfect distance in order to get enough tolerance to let it slide, but also hold it in place. Now I've added the extra section of plate on the top in order to lock those claws into place. They should be sliding up and down and nowhere else. This is a look at the mechanism underneath that's going to be pushing everything. We have the gear tooth rack, we have the chain that's going to drive the gears in order to drive that gear tooth rack, and it's just a really long piston that's going to actually push everything. As you can see here, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of mess around and test it out just to make sure that it's actually going to push the claws the way I want it to. So far so good. So it looks like I think we'll be able to maybe do some field testing. Time for take two. After a few iterations, I replaced the plate that was pushing the claws with some Technic beams. They're holding way better. Also, if you look down low, I've decided to reinforce the gear rack underneath. It was popping out occasionally. So when you look at the whole thing, I've taken a lot of time to just tweak little bits and pieces here and there to make sure that it can run over and over and over again. It's pretty important that all the pieces that I use are able to withstand lots and lots and lots of use, because it's ultimately what you would do with a LEGO set. If you were designing it in Denmark, you'd want to make sure that it could repeat the function over and over again without falling apart. Now let's go ahead and put it back together. Oh yeah, I have to add my Deadpool figure to the top. Alright, it's time for Berserker mode. Thanks for watching my video today. Smash that like button and hit subscribe if you want to see more crazy content. Make sure to check out the other videos I have on my channel. I have lots of cool content talking about LEGO and movement. I'll see you guys next time.